The odds on, I know you probably don't follow the odds, or perhaps you do, but Couture is now, what, 5-1 favorite? Do you?
Yeah, no, there's no doubt that this is a Rocky story, man. And believe me, Coleman feels every bit of it, you know. I don't know if you guys have felt it talking to him, how much this fight really means to this guy. He knows that if he beats Couture, listen, I'll go toe-to-toe with anybody that wants to tell me Randy Couture is not one of the top 10 light heavyweights in the world, maybe even top 6, okay? And this is a big fight for Coleman. Coleman wins this fight. Look at the fight he had with Shogun. You know, him and Shogun had that war, and look what Shogun did in the next fight after he fought, what's his name? Coleman.
Chuck. He fought Chuck.
Oh, he fought Chuck, then he, exactly, knocked out Chuck, then he fought Machida, you know? It's just, this is a big fight for Mark Coleman, you know, and Mark Coleman took this fight serious. Like he said, he's been here for like 2 months training for this fight. It's a big fight for him. It puts him on the map.
Dana, you've said several times, you said at this podium that I get you're referring people in the media are writing off Randy, and I don't see who does that. Who does it?
Oh,
is it the underground or is it?
No, it's tons of people that are dogging this fight and saying, you know, that Randy's feeling it too. Like you know, Randy's too old. Randy hasn't, you know, he hasn't won some fights in a while. If you know anything about the sport and you look at what he's done, you know, the 2 fights he had at heavyweight, which Couture with his size and everything else shouldn't have been at heavyweight with how big these guys are now. These guys are monsters. But look at how well he did, you know, at heavyweight. What do you think he's going to do at light heavy? And at the end of the day, whether you agreed with the judges or not, he won the Brandon Vera fight. And Brandon Vera was very motivated to win that fight.
But I guess what I'm asking is this coming from media that you're hearing, or is it coming from fans?
I don't know, both probably. I don't know.
Do you think fans have a lack of appreciation for the legendary guys and what they're doing at 45 and 46
you know
and
what?
how tough it is?
You always get these guys that start bitching about something, you know. Our fans are so spoiled because we got, you know, we always have tons of fights, stacked cards, all the stuff. This guy's over here, hey, when's there going to be a title fight? You know what I mean? It's always something. You know, nothing's ever perfect.
We'll talk about Coleman and the fact that you brought him back. Did you guys actually, he said he's staying at Palace Station. Are you kind of housing him there? I mean, it seems like you've been pretty nice to Mark.
No, I haven't been housing him at all.
Okay.
You want to know what happened? I went to Palace Station one day, and I bumped into Coleman. I'm like, what are you doing here? Yeah. He's like, yeah, I've been here training for this fight. And yeah, no, Mark hasn't called me, hasn't asked for anything, hasn't been, I mean, if he did, yes, I would. I'd do anything for Coleman, but no, man, he's been low-key with this thing, and he's fired up for this fight.
Like even back to the fight of the night against Hua, which a lot of people complained about, and they both kind of gassed. I mean, was that a nice gesture along with honoring the fight, the quality of the fight?
It was a great fight. Okay. The bottom line is, you know, when two guys go in there and start going at it, you can gas out. It happens to everybody, you know. Plus the fight was in Ireland. You know what I mean? It can happen to anybody. It was a tough fight with 2 tough guys. If you look at what Shogun did after that fight and his next 2 fights, you know, it's not like, oh, Mark Coleman fought washed up Shogun that wasn't the same guy from Pride, because that ended up not being the case.